Hello everyone, welcome back. Last time we ended just before Ryoma's trial, and I think I have an idea who did it. I've been doing some thinking since last week. Yeah. So, I stumbled across a clue. I can't help but notice that it was Ryoma who was killed this time, and Rantaro was killed last time. So obviously, the victims are people whose names start with R. And the killer last time was Kaede, so surely the killer starts with a K, which means it's Kokichi! Or Korikyo. Or Kurumi. Or Kaito. Or possibly Kibo. I have narrowed down our list of suspects.
Not by a whole lot.
Okay. With that out of the way, I honestly have no idea who it is. Let's get into this.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, let's get this crazy awesome to the max trial underway!
I think
Really?
we all know who the most suspicious one is. It's...
Really? To the max?
Join our power and work together, everyone!
Absolutely ignoring.
Is this the
Kokichi.
90s?
Yes. It never stopped being the 90s. Culture stopped at the 90s. The 70s was 20 years ago.
I wish. God, I wish.
Yeah.
The person who's most
That
suspicious
reminds me
is...
of like the most 90s things you'll remember. Let me see if I can find it.
I'll have to watch it later.
Now lend me your energy, everyone, so we can catch the culprit!
Because the murder happened during the magic show, the culprit can only be...
Hey-ya! I'm in top form today!
Tenko, why are you interrupting me? We can't have a good trial if you talk over me!
No, Gare, shut up.
I'm not interrupting you!
That
Whatever you
fucking
have to say
face.
is probably worthless anyway, because all males want to talk about is S.E. Himiko seems suspicious. Hey! Angie, how can you accuse Himiko? Aren't you her friend? I'm just telling you what Atua is telling me. He is using his divine knowledge to show us the way to survive.
Wow, Atua. Way to throw your newest follower under the...
holy wrath upon you all.
Way to throw your newest follower under the bus.
Hey, maybe following this lead about Himiko will lead us to the proper answer.
I still think she's making shit up.
Atua is
undoubtedly.
real.
Screw Atua! That guy's got nothing on me.
Yeah, I
I'll
fucked
protect
with this kind of
Himiko.
thing.
But it does point to Himiko being the most suspicious.
Ryoma died during Himiko's magic show.
Oh, Tazi, can you do me a
His
quick favor?
body
Can you
appearing
ping
in the
Khan
water
for me?
tank leads one to think the escape trick played a part.
Yeah.
It's only natural we suspect Himiko. She was the one performing the trick.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
It's not the part you need to deny.
It's magic.
You gotta tell us you're not the culprit.
Magic, huh? That's so cool. What a mysterious miracle.
I'm choosing to believe in Himiko's magic.
You are or you aren't?
I am.
'Cause it's magic.
Now, did you kill Ryoma, Himiko? Atua will hear your confession.
Stop it! There's no way any of that is true!
It's true, though. Himiko used the underwater escape trick to kill Ryoma. But I still don't have a clue how Himiko did the trick.
There's no trick. That really was magic.
You know, maybe it really was magic.
Oh, stop it. If you don't reveal your trick now, then we'll vote you as the culprit.
Stop picking on Himiko! A cute tiny flower like her couldn't kill anyone!
I get that you want to defend her, but that might be a bit much.
As I suspected, the others suspect Himiko, but I have my doubts. I can't let this case get derailed by misunderstandings. I'm the ultimate detective, so it's up to me.
Okay, what is the evidence we have?
Okay.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany.
Aside from the cat
used
jam?
the underwater escape trick to pull off a sneaky switcheroo with Ryoma.
After that, the time ran out. The tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
Oh, I was hitting the wrong things.
You sound like, what the heck, you're just pew-pew-pewing.
No, that's wrong. The underwater escape was no trick, it's magic.
We heard
Sorry
you the first
about
time,
that.
Spitless. No one cares!
Ryoma's body was eaten by the piranhas that fell into the tank. That's a fact, but it doesn't mean it was the cause of death.
Atua has blessed me with an epiphany. The culprit used the underwater escape to Ryoma.
After that, the tank above Ryoma and the piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
No, I missed! No, I missed again!
We gotta try it again.
It's no trick, it's magic.
How many times do I have to try with
Underwater
magic?
switcheroo with Ryoma.
Jesus,
After that, the time
air's dry in here.
the tank above Ryoma opened and piranhas came pouring out.
And he was eaten alive!
Oh, I just barely missed getting the crit.
Oh,
About how I reminded you about the,
Ryoma's death was not caused by
keeping
the
your ears
piranhas.
out. Says you know, immediately the first or non-stop debate was one of those, and you didn't choose it.
Yeah, I know. I did notice, but I was like, I'm gonna go for the one that I know is a correct answer, rather than hunt down what the back route could be.
You wanna know what the funniest part?
What?
The not background was choosing to corroborate Himiko's magic bullshit.
That's what I figured it would be.
so the back route is to agree with her?
Yes.
The Monokuma file indicates the cause of death is drowning.
So it wasn't the piranhas then. He was drowned.
Ooh, I see. I haven't checked the Monokuma file yet, so that's news to me.
Why would you
Lying
skip
little brat.
that?
Telling lies is what turns you into a degenerate male!
So what? Ryoma drowned.
I think every time
Himiko
that
changed places with him,
Himiko
and
says
then the
something about
piranhas ate
degenerate
him,
males in
right?
trial, I'll just say a jerk, or I'll talk over it.
Please don't.
No.
I don't think we can accurately do that.
Okay.
No, Himiko only had 60 seconds to escape from the tank. Even if they changed places at the start of the show, that's insufficient time to drown someone.
Okay.
If that is the case, then when did he drown?
This
What's
is
up?
morbid, but how long does it take for a person to drown?
A minute. 60 seconds is when you drown. Roughly.
How do you know this information?
I did a lot of swimming, so of course I looked up important information for staying safe.
That's
This
fair
include-
enough. Were
this
you a
inc-
lifeguard?
No, but I was in Boy Scouts, and so, like, part of
makes
learning to
sense.
swim and first aid and all the other related things was like, you know, how do you help someone who's drowning? You know, what precautions do you take?
Come to think of it, isn't the amount of time Sonic can stay underwater in a game roughly 1 minute?
No. It's nowhere close to a minute.
Bro sinks like a lead balloon.
It has like...
Also, why can he not swim?
Actually, no. Now that you mention it, the timer starts at 5 seconds. There's a fair... You know what? It might be a minute. Questions for later.
One thing I like about Mario and Sonic in the Olympic Games, whenever there's a swimming event, Sonic has to wear a life jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, he use floaties. It's the most hilarious.
When did Ryoma drown? It was obviously before the show started. Oh, why? To confirm. That keeps tripping me. I want to hit A.
Drowned before the show started.
Agreed. Before being eaten by the piranhas, he made no attempt to escape the water. To be precise, he made no movements whatsoever. By that point, he had already joined the ranks of the dead.
God, what a creeper.
Could that mean his body was hidden until the culprit made it appear in the tank?
I hope he's not the culprit because I like voicing him.
Hidden? Where?
The culprit would have had to hide the body near the tank, and then show it during the act.
I know exactly where it was hidden.
Easier said than done.
Was there a place on stage where the culprit could have hid the body?
Over the stage.
Oh, wait!
There may
Himiko
be
should know
indeed.
since she performed the underwater escape trick.
Himiko, why won't you just explain it to us?
It's irrelevant to the case, Kaito.
It's magic! And also, it's part of the magician's code, so shut up.
No, maybe it really was magic.
Shut up.
Thank you, Maki.
Himiko is committed to her act, but those who deal in dreams are oft liars.
Okay, you say thank you, Maki, but I agree with Gonta. Maybe it really was magic.
Why is everyone still picking on Himiko? You're all worse than a drunk dad's ramblings.
We should let him vent. After all, it's tough being the man of the house.
And we gotta figure out how the trick works to find where the body was hidden.
But Himiko does not wish to tell us how she performed her act.
I know where it was hidden.
Let's work together to reveal the secrets behind Himiko's trick!
I know where it was hidden, and it has nothing to do with how Himiko's trick worked.
So, not real magic?
No, it was real magic. Magic!
Maki, could you please tell Himiko to shut up next?
It's Himiko's curse! Her curses are really powerful!
Aren't
Tenko, shut up.
incantations usually more, complicated than that?
Anyway, we first need to determine how Himiko performed the trick. If we can't figure that out, this case is going nowhere.
Alright, let's see what our truth bullets. Handcuffs, glass pane, cram piranhas.
The water tank.
Maybe she just climbed out and no one noticed.
Nah,
God.
she definitely would have been caught.
Perhaps a mechanism was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
What about that square pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
Oh, I think I know what we have to do.
Yeah, it's the water tank trick on the secret hatch.
Real escape magic!
Yep.
Okay,
Maybe there were two
but what is the background one for
And
this?
one of them was Sumugi in disguise.
No, there isn't one.
Hey,
Really?
what
I
Yeah.
just one based on the music.
Yeah, it is
Nope.
based on the music. This
Yeah.
track is different
Oh.
from the one from last time.
Son of a gun.
How did Himiko...
Climbed out.
Nah, she definitely would have been caught.
You have to use that focus gauge specifically so you can shoot out
Perhaps
the
a
white
mechanism
noise.
was set up on the stage.
The curtain covering the tank was certainly suspicious.
Yeah, I need to save it for when I actually fire,
square
though.
pane of glass we found in the tank?
Maybe the tank had a secret hatch.
I agree. Maki was correct. There was an escape hatch on that tank.
I see. So it did have one.
That's right. I discovered a similar tank in Himiko's lab. There was a panel on the side that could open. That was her escape.
Mind over strength!
Uh-oh. You know what time it is.
Your logic is all wrong, Shuichi.
What do you mean?
Time to strike back.
And you don't even know why you're wrong either. Typical D. I'll smash in your face with my fists of hot burning steel!
Okay.
I really love the rebuttal showdown like design in this game. It looks so good.
It does.
Looks like an actual samurai showdown. I also love the design of the truth blade here.
Doesn't have anything to do with Himiko's escape. She didn't use an escape hatch. I know she didn't do that.
Hi, Zen.
And now, I'm gonna punch you!
Wait a
I
second.
feel like it's also better controlled here too.
Yeah, it is. It feels so much better than last game.
If she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her! There would have been water everywhere!
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
You had it!
Magical at all! The whole trick would be ruined! With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you!
Should have shoot the tank, water would come rushing out. That's exactly why there was a second step to this trick. Figure out why the hatch was in that exact spot, I'll know the answer.
Because if she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her! There would have been
Wait,
water
why cramp
everywhere.
piranhas?
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
Magical at all!
Whoops.
The whole trick would be ruined! With that out of the way, I'm gonna punch you!
Okay. Sorry, for some reason I thought I went back to the first one, and so I wasn't expecting to have to aim.
Gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
And that wouldn't cause everything to be soaked in water.
I picked the wrong thing.
If she
It's
escaped
probably
from
the
a hatch in
wet
tank,
staircase.
The water would have gushed
No, I
out
selected
with
the
her.
wet staircase.
There would have been water everywhere.
No, you had the water tank trick.
That wouldn't be magical at all.
Oh, fuck.
The whole trick would be ruined.
Yeah,
that out of
the
the
problem
way,
is it doesn't
I'm
pause
gonna
while I'm
punch
selecting
you.
things.
Yeah, it's best if you like do it beforehand.
If she escaped from a hatch in the tank, the water would have gushed out with her. There would have been water everywhere.
Okay, there we go.
I'll cut through your words.
I still like Hajime's best. Allow me to cut through those words.
There was a reason the room wasn't flooded with water. The staircase that was attached to the water tank. Try to remember how the staircase was positioned. It was aligned perfectly with the tank's escape hatch, meaning the water tank was connected to the inside of the staircase. Inside staircase? His body was in stairs? Knowing that, it's clear how Himiko made her escape from underwater.
It's clear that the culprit took steps to make sure that his body was hidden,
allowing Himiko to enter the staircase from the hatch undetected. Any water that spilled out would have simply funneled into the staircase.
So how do you get out from the staircase?
The staircase also has an escape hatch, one facing away from us. It's placed so that the water would not drain from the staircase.
In which case, a person could exit and leave water inside the staircase.
However, that person would be soaked, meaning that some trace should be left.
which is why
Would explain why
there was a puddle
around the stairs.
Yep.
So when Himiko came out from the stairs, her wet clothes dripped water all over.
So, Earth, do you still think it's magic?
Bitch.
It's
Caught you soaking wet and
magic.
red-handed.
It'll always be magic.
Judging from Himiko's reaction, you hit it right on the bullseye.
But Himiko's clothes should have been wet when she left the water tank.
Her clothes were definitely not wet.
Of course. That's because my underwater escape wasn't a trick. It was magic.
No, magic had nothing to do with why her clothes weren't wet. She changed her uniform.
Probably changed her uniform.
That's it!
There's no way she could have dried off that fast.
It's because she changed her uniform.
The dormitory is stocked with uniforms. Did you hide one behind the stage in advance?
What bugs me is that we didn't see
Himiko
the...
go to the gym this morning, carrying a uniform and a towel.
What bugs me is that we didn't find the wet clothes during the investigation.
Yeah.
She probably took them with her or something.
Why would you say that?
I see. She had a towel too. She may not have had time to fully dry her hair. But her short hair and hat ensured we were none the wiser.
Himiko can't get wet, because her body repels water.
He's not a duck.
Like a duck?
Or an otter.
Himiko, come on. Give it up already.
Fine. You win. It's just like you said. The water tank and staircase both have mechanisms.
So I was correct.
But that doesn't mean I use them.
Well, come on.
I need them, because I used my magic.
Himiko should
Again with the magic crap. Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Now that we understand how the trick was performed, let us move on.
Yes, let us proceed. Where did the culprit hide Ryoma's body?
Like, if I'm correct about where Ryoma's body was hidden, how the trick was performed has nothing to do with it. Like, there's no point in badgering Himiko about this. Just,
There is.
Let her have it.
From our
There
discussion
is.
earlier,
Clearing her
his
from
body could have
suspicion.
been in the space inside the staircase.
But that's where Himiko would escape from, right?
So Himiko went in the stairs with the body? What kind of kinky shit is she into?
Don't lie, Mia. You would be
There
into
isn't
that
enough
chick.
space for two people to fit in there.
Yeah, the stairs are pretty cramped. It'd be hard to fit even Ryoma and Himiko in there. Who says they went in together? She could have made the switch as she was leaving the tank. At the same time, she could have pulled out the body from inside the stairs. That way, she'd have room to put herself in there. See how easy that is?
But why do
I
that?
think I know where this
That
discussion is
explains how
going to go.
Himiko changed places with Ryoma's body.
Why would she do that?
Wait a minute! Why did you automatically assume it was Himiko?
Who else but Himiko could have done it?
Angie, you spent more time with Himiko than any of us, so why are you accusing her?
You may think you're protecting Himiko, but what if she really is the culprit? We'll all die, and it will be all your fault. Atua will lose precious devotees.
Oh no, not the devotees.
Religious motivations aside, I actually agree with Angie here.
Yeah.
Well, she has a point.
She does.
I'm totally fine with that.
What?
I don't care what anyone says. Himiko would never murder someone. That's what I believe more than anything. I want to believe in her, no matter what. If I can't do that, then I'd rather just die. So until this body takes its final breath, I'm gonna keep believing in Himiko.
You go, Tenko.
I respect your dedication, girl.
I do.
The only...
Let's see, what was... Let's go into the count. Okay, that's probably relevant.
The one who could have switched out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko was escaping the tank, she dragged out the body hidden in the stairs. And
There's a lot of words here.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could have seen that. It would have occurred in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one saw anything.
Oh, I know what we have to do.
I swear. Ryoma's corpse wasn't in the staircase.
Quit lying, you donkey-lipped con artist! She's not lying! She's not a con artist, and she doesn't have donkey lips!
It's possible that Himiko and Ryoma switched places in the water, but I feel like I'm forgetting an important point.
The only one who could switch out Ryoma's body is Himiko herself.
When Himiko
was escaping the tank,
she dragged the body hidden in the stairs.
and simply switched places with it.
Are you telling me you saw that happen?
No one could
I've seen that.
It would occur in the middle of the show, when the tank was covered with a curtain.
So basically, no one's...
That's wrong!
Duke, was there a back door on this one too?
No.
Someone
I
did see
think the
inside
second
the tank.
back door doesn't
It was
happen until the
Gota.
second half of the trial.
Alright.
Gonta had climbed onto the stage and was looking into the tank from above.
Right. I need to do something really quick.
Okay.
Isn't that right, Gonta?
For the record, by the way, I'm
Gonta
pretty
saw
sure
down in
that
the tank, but saw no one in there.
there's only ever 2 back doors in a single trial, Max.
Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, no one. Guess that clue no good, huh?
No, that's actually a great clue. Because if Ryoma's body was hidden inside the staircase, Himiko would have had to pull them out before she went inside. There certainly wasn't enough room in the staircase for both of them. But that means, if the tank was empty when Gonta looked, Ryoma's body must not have been hidden in the staircase.
Okay, I know which minigame
What if
the
they
fifth
squeezed into
Monokuma
that space
is in
with
this
Ryoma's
trial.
body to avoid
Okay.
getting caught?
Thanks for looking that up.
Happy to help.
She had no need to worry about us witnessing her at that point. For the entire stage was hidden behind a curtain. To all but Gonta, anyway.
Then the culprit never would have considered hiding inside the staircase with the body. Entering the staircase after moving the body is much faster, and seems more rational too.
Then, Ryoma's body wasn't hidden in the stairs?
Someone better say where the fucking body was hidden, or I'm gonna start cutting throats!
Damn, girl.
Where was Ryoma's body hidden? We need to pin that down. It's clear that it was not inside the staircase, but where? I know!
I know!
Where were you hiding Ryoma's body?
It wasn't really in the stairs, was it?
After all, there was only enough space for Himiko.
Well, how about behind the curtain?
If there was a way to enter the tank from there, then it would be plausible.
Then maybe the body was in the tank all along. But we just couldn't see it.
Impossible. You'd need top-notch visual effects to pull that off.
And what of the tank containing the piranhas?
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranhas were separated, then it wouldn't have been devoured, correct?
Yep. Why was he not eaten by the piranhas, even though he was in the same tank? There was one piece of evidence at the crime scene that might... I love how this end part explicitly points out where
Where
he's
were you
hidden.
hiding Ryoma's body?
After all, there's only enough space for Himiko.
Well, partner.
If there was a way to tank from there, it would
Be the body couldn't fit.
that off. The tank containing the...
No way! If you put a body in there, the piranhas would have eaten it way before we saw it.
But if the body and piranha...
I agree.
Thank you, Kyo.
This trial brought to you by Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Kyo's hypothesis is correct. The body and the piranhas were separated. This was accomplished using the square glass pane found in the tank.
Just as I thought. Using that glass pane as a divider, a safe space could be created in the tank. It is in such a space that the body could be stored, separated from the piranhas.
Then that means Ryoma's body was hidden in the piranha tank the whole time!
So Ryoma's body fell into the water tank with the piranhas? Gonta knew it!
What is it, Gonta?
Gonta was above stage when piranhas fall. That's why Gonta sees something no one else could. When piranhas fell, Gonta sees some big thing fall into water tank with them.
Right when the timer hit 0, the buzzer went off. And then... Mama's suspended tank swung open, and the murky water and shadowy shapes inside fell straight into the water tank Himiko was swimming in.
No. Now that Gonta think about it, Gonta maybe see Ryoma's body.
When the piranhas dropped from the tank, I thought I saw something bigger drop as well. The water tank.
Too bad
on the
we
bottom
can't
is
play
made
that clip in
completely
slow
out of
motion.
glass, correct?
Yeah.
You can see what is happening through the glass. Can you really hide a body in the tank?
Even in
could.
murky water, a dead body would still be visible in a glass tank.
Unless a certain something was used to obscure the body.
Certain something?
We all agreed that the glass pane was used to separate the body from the piranhas, correct? Well, that method has the added benefit of hiding the body from view.
Yeah? How could you hide a body like that?
Well, for one thing, the piranhas are all in the way. How was the culprit able to conceal the body in the piranha tank?
Side note, this particular track that's playing is my favorite of all of the Danganronpa
This is it!
title tracks.
It was the
Pretty good.
piranhas. The piranhas were obscuring the body.
Huh? The piranhas?
That's right. Remember
Yeah,
what
it's
Andy
pretty
said
good.
during the investigation?
They increased that significantly? I didn't know piranhas fuck like rabbits.
It seemed that way, but it wasn't that the actual number of piranhas increased. The glass pane divided the tank nearly in half, right? The piranhas got crowded together, making it look like there were more of them.
The more densely the piranhas are packed, the harder it is to see past them.
Because of that, it was difficult to see the body hidden in the tank.
The glass pane was rid from the piranha tank. It was really easy to detach that lid, so it's no wonder they used it as a divider.
Gee, thanks for telling us that useless detail.
Shut up, Kokichi.
What the heck are you saying? That detail was super useful.
Hi, Loey.
Sure, the lid
Hi,
looks a
Loey.
little big, but if you set it diagonally, it would fit perfectly. Nice job, Himiko! Your explanation was awesome!
This much evidence? It seems like the body was definitely in the piranha tank.
Congrats, Himiko! Now there should be no reason for anyone to suspect you.
Yeah, Really?
Yeah, because if you didn't switch places with the body, then you couldn't have killed him.
It only means we now have other suspects. You are not cleared of suspicion just yet.
Okay, but still, that's way better!
That's wonderful news, Himiko! Atua is happy for you.
Apologize, Angie! You and your Atua better tell Himiko you're sorry right now!
Atua is sleeping. He went to bed angry because you all doubted him.
Copium.
What a petty-ass god!
Right?
Thank
well,
you,
to be
Mew.
fair, a lot of the gods were pretty petty assholes. Look at the Greek gods for look at the Greek gods. Look no further there.
True.
We should be mad at this class trial, at this killing game.
Oh, Himiko! Bless your sweet, kind heart.
That's what Atua said anyway.
Sorry, I had to check something real quick.
What?
It's too bad that the handsome god went to bed angry, though.
Himiko's still brainwashed! But I'm not giving up just yet. This is gonna be a breeze. Great, now what are we gonna do? We're back to square one.
And why are we back to square one?
Because any of us could still be the culprit. Jeez! You flunked out of tard school or something?
Mew, that is too far.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, that is a little bit too far.
Everyone, we can narrow it down to whoever doesn't have an alibi yet.
Eh? What alibi?
I guess I should have known a dumb horde pig like you wouldn't understand. So let me explain.
Oh dear.
Who you calling a dumb pig?
If there's this much evidence, then there's no mistake the body was hidden in the piranha tank. But for someone to plant the body in there with such limited time is pretty tricky.
Blanc, unfortunately, I do not have my smack button in this scene.
Trust us, we'd be using it.
Kokichi brings up a valid point. There's only one time the culprit could have set up this scene. Oh, well, this obviously wasn't the right answer.
Yep.
Oh no!
I mean, Kokichi does have a pretty good point there.
It was done yesterday, before nighttime.
Ding, ding, ding! The ultimate detective gets it right again!
Oh, wait. How do you know it was before nighttime yesterday?
Stop asking me dumbass questions. It could have been solved with the process of elimination. Jeez. Fine. I'll explain it to the itty-bitty pea-brained bitchlet.
Bitchlet.
First, the gym was
And
closed
Miyu
during
gets
nighttime,
horny.
so no one could have entered.
Like,
Except we already know there was a way they could have entered the gym.
If you try to enter the gym at night, it'll go off.
You talking about my butthole?
No.
No, she means the alarm!
After nighttime passed, morning came. But hiding the body before the show was...
Impossible! Himiko and I were waiting in front of the gym before the morning announcement.
Which leaves only one possibility. It was done before nighttime yesterday. Anyone who doesn't get this is just as stupid as the whore bitchlet over there.
So the culprit placed Ryoma's corpse in the piranha tank before nighttime yesterday? Which means he was also killed during that time frame.
Yay! Now we know what time the crime happened, right?
I still don't really get it, though.
Hi,
Can
Vic.
we narrow down the time of death a bit more?
I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information.
hello, Vec.
Hello, new person.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, Blanc said he managed to get a picture of when Gonta was looking into the tank and where the piranhas fell. if you look at it, you can see the outline of Ryoma's body.
Or his hat, specifically, too.
Yes.
Shoot.
His hat, not his ass, Blanc.
I think it's that one.
This is it! If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death. Hirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Yes. Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
What? Really?
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so...
Quote-unquote
Gonta
invite.
think that was maybe
Invite.
8 p.m.?
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began,
then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes? Simple
I doubt
enough.
it's gonna be this
After
simple.
all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
That would be the four of us. Myself, Kaito, you, and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
Ah, beautiful! Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful!
Thank you, Kyo.
I will also say this. The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
Wait a
But
minute.
I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
Is too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Fuck that noise!
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Thank you, Kibo.
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is!
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
To be
The
fair,
other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimony.
to be fair, I would actually believe Miyu if she said she didn't know where the gym was.
Yeah, I probably would too.
She doesn't lift.
She got no
I
lift.
was in my research lab the whole
She had to build a
time.
backpack to get lift.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
You're both wrong.
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
I'm not
No way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Mass panic time!
Okay. That's what you're thinking, right? Exactly correct. But let me give you another tutorial first. Loud voice dialogue. Okay, I saw I had a skill for this, but I didn't have an idea what that meant. When one of your opponents shouts their opinion in a loud voice, blocks out everyone's arguments. If you see a weak point, you can't refute it. Oh, that's annoying. Just like white noise. Shut him up with the silencer, okay? Yada yada yada. Okay.
Well, it's a good thing we have a skill that,
Oh, I turned
you
that
know,
off.
makes it so... You turned that off?
Running away from Gonta!
Oh, Jesus.
What is your
Try
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated to catch my breath. Filthy Bell Pervert!
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room.
Any sort of everyone's statements, just like Kay did. Put someone in there.
I was running away from Gota.
What is your alibi?
Tried hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated to catch my breath. Filthy Bell Pervert!
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at
Let's see. Ryoma. That's not it.
the
No,
gym?
in my own room.
I think I know where you have to hit. I just don't know what the evidence you need is.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's this one.
I was running away from Gota.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the classroom.
When I was running from
I even tried hiding in the girls' bathroom.
Things got a little heated to catch my breath. Filthy Bell Pervert!
What's Monkey's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell asleep.
Did you really leave the gym at 9 p.m.? Are you sure you did not stay at the gym?
No, in my own room. Jeez.
There you go.
Nicely done.
Well, I did have a really big hint in that.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious
No,
here.
I think Hirumi is telling the truth.
Well,
Kokichi's story proves it.
I'm curious. What do you think the big hint was?
The fact that there was a statement right, there was a weak spot right after the loud voice showed up.
Yep. Right when they gave us a tutorial on how to deal with it.
Exactly. It's just like, I wonder what this is.
The game mechanics themselves were a spoiler.
Exactly.
God, Spy, can you not spoil?
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Oh,
you totally did.
By the way, I should mention the reason why I turned off that skill is I actually have some skill in listening to multiple conversations going on at once. So I find it easier with the skill turned off because I can listen to all 3 statements at once.
Also fair enough. But yeah, and it's also something you get used to.
That you were
But
telling
it's a good thing that they give you that skill because I bet it's
definitely.
like for people who have audio. What's the word? Audio overload.
Yeah, it's definitely easier to focus on one at a time. But I can save myself the hassle of going through the statements 3 times.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him. All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie. Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
The only ones capable of that are the other 3 with no alibis.
Mew, Kaito, and Maki! Ah, you're excluding me too?
Of
But
course
there's
we
actually
are.
one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
Let's see. One person can be eliminated as a suspect, according to Kokichi. Let's talk about the figure he saw. They certainly would have an alibi.
Right thing?
I'm trying to remember who that was.
Oh, I think I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is.
Key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Miu's statements. According to what we know, the figure Kokichi saw must be, I believe that was Miu.
No.
That's it.
No other choice. It has to be Mio.
Kokichi.
Well-
You're talking about Miu, right?
Unless Kaito suddenly got an interest in wearing women's lingerie, so...
I don't think he can
Don't
pull it
judge
off.
here. No.
What? You?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Wait a sec. Since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Miu?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
We also have the account
Clearly
of
dead.
how Gonta was not able to bring her to the insect meet and greet.
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear. Even me.
Oh God.
That'd be a whole different issue.
Well, here's a question, Kaito. Would
Without
you?
a doubt.
Prove
You and
it.
Gonta's statements prove it.
And thus, I imagine many fan artists went wild at that scene. Oh, I get what happened. She stripped.
Yeah. She flustered him so that she could get away.
I see.
Yeah.
It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew?
Well, 'cause, you know, I'm pretty stacked, so I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Not gonna lie, that's actually pretty clever.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I
you
mean,
cockroaches.
it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Miu was in her underwear, and Gonta got a weird feeling.
She has a pretty good body, though. Not gonna lie.
But of course there
You
has
got
to
the body of a
be...
goddess. It's only natural to want to flaunt it.
And of course there has to be fan service drawing of Mio nearly
I show
half
my
naked.
panties to the boys all the
Of
time.
course there is.
I think she's lying
And
about
I
that.
mean all the time.
Yeah, I imagine she is. I bet she gets no bitches.
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
Most of
Oh
it was
my
unintelligible
God.
Nonsense. But it
Oh
would seem
dear.
that Mew has
I
an
don't know what
actual
those two
alibi.
words mean together, but I imagine bad things.
Yep, it took a
That-
while,
no,
but at least we got
Luke,
everyone's
yes.
alibis cleared up.
Yeah, I don't want to
We
know what
should
that
remember
means.
all of this in
Anyway.
case we need to recall these events again.
Oh, hey, we got a truth bullet in the class trial?
That leaves
Has that happened?
Kaito
Yeah, it's
and
happened a
Maki
very few
as
times.
the only ones with no alibis.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by its...
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Also, that doesn't work. It's always, if you're using that to pick between two, it's always the one you didn't start on.
I believe the two trials that I distinctly remember getting evidence mid-trial for were Chapter 4 in DR1 and Chapter 2 for DR2.
That sounds alright.
2 prime suspects, Kaito and Maki. But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito. I want to believe Kaito. Until he's proven guilty, I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Oh no.
What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people, and one of those 2 is the culprit, right? Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier. So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah? Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is. To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
Work harder?
Have the 2 argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And...
That and what if there's the possibility that these 2 aren't either the culprit at all?
Yeah, I think there's a third option. I think Ryoma was killed during nighttime. Because the window was how they could have gotten them into the gym, despite it being locked.
Huh?
Yeah.
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid. You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust. How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings?
Because feelings are important?
If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically. Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
That's rich coming
Again,
from you.
It
He
is.
has a point in a way.
He does. I won't refute that. But then again, it's hard to
find the liar. I suggest that the 2 suspects argue against each other.
But
No
again,
more
Koichi,
pointless
this is
deductions.
flawed
All we
if
need is
neither
for
of them
to
are the
fight for their
culprit.
lives. So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
Well, there is also the possibility that he's not baiting them.
Oh,
Still.
shit, you're right.
Anyway.
We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction. We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works. Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know. That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
And how do you expect us to start this?
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
The Cubs pad.
Not just any Cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma. When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So, it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
Unless Kokichi is the culprit.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these 2 had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
One of these 2 had it?
I like it how specifically he did the dun dun dun.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone! Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
It would be Maki, because we had Kaito's.
Bingo!
I should know the answer.
That's it!
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Oh, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito. Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yes, you're right.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
Finally, you said something! This is how a debate should be. I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue. Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that? Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying
Quit
to...
screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit! I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Which means...
Kaito, wait! Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
But Maki isn't the culprit either!
Huh?
What?
Nani?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit? Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit. It's just a hunch I've got.
Hunch? Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right? And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
Yes.
You don't get it. This
Yes.
isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Stars.
What?
He's fantastic.
How illogical.
Thank you, Cole.
This is even more
This is
difficult
why
to
I love
comprehend than
Kyle
Kokishi's
Newbear.
antics.
Because not only he voices Kaito, he's the voice of Kamina.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
No,
He
you
is.
might actually be that stupid. Damn idiot!
A two-a-dunned idiot!
Hey, don't call me an idiot. Anyway, me and Maki aren't the culprit. There's no doubt about it. I believe in Maki.
You what?
You believe in her? But based on what?
Huh? I don't gotta base it on anything. No matter where the clues point. In the end, the only thing that matters is what I believe, right? Whether I believe or not. Whether I want to believe or not.
So is Kaito is straight up going, my feelings don't care about your facts?
Fuck your evidence, my opinions are the most important.
Yeah, basically.
Literally, my feelings don't care about your facts.
Yes.
He's going a little bit of Kamina in here.
So, you do not have any evidence?
Only baseless conjecture.
But I totally get where he's coming from. Because I want to believe in Himiko, too.
Want to believe, huh? Yeah. I think I understand that.
Wanting to believe in someone is a beautiful act, yes. However, it is a sentiment that has no place in a class trial.
He's an idiot after all.
It's okay to be idiot, as long as you believe in people.
Thank you, Gonta.
Guys, I said don't call me an idiot. Really hurts my feelings.
It's true. That's not what a class trial is about. You're supposed to think logically. You can't let your feelings get into it. It's absurdity. Total absurdity. But then again, that absurdity saved me before, right? He's an idiot, but he believes in us.
He's believe in the idiot that believes in us.
If I can trust my logic, maybe I should trust Kaito's feelings too. Yeah, it'll work out in the end. So,
I'll believe in Maki as well.
What?
That's our Kaito, right? Making us think with our hearts.
You too? How could the ultimate detective believe in someone without proof?
So now we're gonna have a Kingdom Hearts crossover.
Yep.
But there's no proof linking Maki or Kaito to this crime either. I believe in innocent until proven guilty. For now, they are innocent.
Right on, Shuichi. I knew I picked a good sidekick.
And by the way, I might be the ultimate detective, but I'm in training. I told you that, didn't I? I'm just an apprentice, not a real detective.
Junior ultimate detective.
How do you plan to get closer to the truth without suspecting either of them? Unless you have evidence to the contrary, these two will remain suspects.
So I just have to turn it around, right?
You know, I was expecting a comment like this ever since he mentioned pointing out contradictions.
Yeah, we're getting that Ace Attorney in there.
Yeah, you know how that's a reference, right?
Yes. I know enough Ace Attorney.
Huh?
It's not like I owe that idiot a favor or anything just because he defended me.
Oh, you
But
do.
that hopeless idiot may have encouraged me a bit.
Seriously, enough's enough! Stop calling me an idiot!
You're an idiot.
What are you trying to say, Maki? I didn't want to say anything, but I can't stay silent forever. So I'll tell you.
Oh? Tell us what?
I met up with Ryoma during nighttime yesterday.
What?
At nighttime?
So Ryoma was still alive at nighttime?
I thought the crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night.
That's wrong, because I met up with Ryoma during nighttime.
If that's true, then we have no basis for suspecting only Kaito and Maki.
That's right. Everyone suspected them, because they have alibis for those times.
That means me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
No, you still are. You're just not the only ones.
Quit fucking around! You think I'm dumb enough to swallow that line of crap?
Yes, this seems too convenient.
Yeah, Blanc. Kaito is a
Maki
fan
until
of all
now to
those
mention
idiot hero shonen animes. He totally watches Dragon Ball Z.
It's totally obvious! Maki's so desperate that she has to lie!
Was that a lie? Did Maki lie to us? It's true, we don't have all the facts. But why would Maki say that now, of all the times? If I trust her innocence, I should believe her statement. But should I?
We should keep going.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, we can keep going a little bit.
We can probably clear this by the end of today.
Yeah.
Well, I can only go till 10 o'clock anyway.
Now then,
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the results. Who will be chosen as the Blackened? And will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
It's Cookie G.
The hell you saying?
uh-oh.
Wow, I didn't expect you all to get so worked up over such a small lie. You kids are pretty gullible, huh?
Now then,
Well, anyway, let's just skip this trial and jump ahead to chapter 3.
I'ma smack
Hell
you.
you saying?
Yes, that was chapter 1's case. But yeah, I do feel it's Cookie G. It's just a hunch I got.
Back to square one.
square one? If square one, they wouldn't have got eaten by the competition.
What are you talking about?
Hey,
They
Square
merged with
Enix is still around.
Yeah, they merged with Enix.
After that terrible movie, they had no other choice.
Oh, come on. That movie was ages ago.
Wow! What does that mean?
I just want to
It
point
means
out
he doesn't
that
want to
you
get
guys are
involved in another
literally
pointless
the only
argument.
people
like
I've ever
this
seen
one.
playing these games, including people who avidly play Square Enix games, who understood that reference.
Oh, poor babies don't understand spirits within.
I mean, to be fair, Square fucked up with all the NFT bullshit, but
I mean,
they're
they
still
did.
good.
The people who didn't was 46!
Like, they're still good. Final Fantasy 16 is gonna be great.
Look, I trust I trust Square when it comes to making games. I do not trust them when it comes to business decisions. It's honestly a shock that they're still in business. Because they have made some really shitty decisions.
Yeah.
Like putting Nomura in charge of anything.
Okay,
Fuck
that is
you.
not one of the problems they have.
Okay, the reason why Kingdom Hearts 3 and Final Fantasy 13 Versus flopped was because Nomura was in charge and he has no concept.
They kept fucking around with who was in charge of the games and switching around development teams at the last minute.
Yeah. As a huge
He's muted this whole time, and I was like, guys, what the fuck are you talking about?
As a huge Kingdom Hearts fan, no. Nomura is not a problem. He makes things take forever, but he makes them memorable.
Yes.
Anyway.
What is Spirits Within? I need to know.
Spirits Within was a CG movie.
That Square made that was so bad that they had to file for bankruptcy and Enix bought them up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And that's the story of how Square Enix as a brand became as we know it today.
Yeah.
Because Square stopped.
Like, it was bad. It touched on, like, some themes that crop up a bunch in Final Fantasy games, like environmentalism and such, sort of.
Was it,
but, like,
was this a Final Fantasy movie?
Yes, it was Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy The Spirits Within.
Okay.
But it had, like, none of the Final Fantasy staples. Like, outside of, like, some mystical elements, there was, like, no fantasy aspect to it. And just, it was bad. It was early CG.
I'm legitimately curious, and I feel like I should watch this.
Like, probably one of the biggest problems that it had was this was when CG animation was still, like, getting started.
Oh god,
and they made
early
the mistake,
CG, oh yeah. Jesus.
And they made the mistake of making the main cast humans. And that's a problem because of the Uncanny Valley. So, you know, they're able to get a good degree of quality. They threw all the money they could at this. But humans are very good at detecting when things are just a little bit off. And so, like, yeah, it did not come across well. I honestly believe it might have been okay if the cast had not been humans, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a furry. I'm saying that because they would have avoided the Uncanny Valley. It still wouldn't have been a great movie, but it probably would have been just okay. But as it was just like the visuals
just
were
to see
very
how
good.
bad it is.
The plot was kind of just and like there wasn't a lot of action either. Anyway, bad movie, bad.
This has been your mid-murder trial video game history lesson from Digimole.
Thank you. I enjoyed that segment.
We shouldn't listen to anything Maki says. She's just gonna throw out more lies.
But if we don't ask her for more details, how will we know for sure?
I told you already, we don't need to. I hate liars. Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Fuck you.
More one to talk.
Exactly, Hibiko.
Maki, just ignore that lying little degenerate. We'll listen to what you have to say.
You know, I will push back anytime Tenko calls people degenerates, except for when it's Kokichi.
It must have been a little after midnight last night. He visited me at my research lab. He wanted me to show him the motive video that I received.
Motive video?
If Ryoma came to ask about that, does that mean you had his motive video?
As I recall, Ryoma had Maki's motive video, correct? Does this mean you and Ryoma received one another's motive video?
Maybe. I actually didn't check the one I got, so I wouldn't know.
Maki admitted earlier that she hadn't checked her Cubs pad.
Then why did Ryoma think that Maki had his motive video?
If he went around asking at random, he might have asked some people besides Maki.
He never asked me. He probably never asked you guys either, right?
Then, who was it that told Ryoma about his Cubs pad?
Who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video? It would have to be someone who knew who had each pad.
There's only one person who knows that.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be him.
It's this little rat motherfucker.
Little fucking great gremlin.
That would be Kokichi. So, you saw the motive videos. Did you tell Ryoma that Maki had his?
When males get this quiet, they're either caught in a lie or thinking dirty thoughts.
What happened then, Maki? After Ryoma asked you for his motive video?
I told Ryoma just to take it from my room. I keep my room unlocked.
Wow, Maki, that's super careless. Aren't you scared someone might kill you in your sleep?
And then what happened?
I don't know what happened after that. I'm not even sure if he saw his motive video. When he asked me, he said that he would show me my motive video in return. But I wasn't interested, so I declined. And that's pretty much it.
So you don't even know if Ryoma saw his motive video? What a bunch of crap.
If Maki met with Ryoma at nighttime, that proves he was still alive then. Which means, even though we don't have alibis from 8 to 10, Maki and me aren't suspects.
If that story is true.
It's true.
Then why did you wait until now to bring that up?
I didn't say anything until now because I wasn't in the mood to be suspected.
Suspected? What for?
Kirumi said it earlier. It seems that Ryoma and I had each other's motive videos, and that's pretty fishy, right? So I didn't want to mention it to avoid suspicion.
Man!
You didn't say anything because you weren't in the mood?
I'm gonna say that it's just really dawning on me now how overtly selfish this crew of kids are compared to the other two.
Yeah.
Yeah, Himiko belligerently refusing to elaborate on her trick because of her magic obsession. Angie just willing to throw Himiko under the bus point blank out of nowhere. Kokichi being Kokichi. Kaito being so self-absorbed that he goes out of his way to say, fuck your facts, my feelings are more important. And then Maki pulling this shit.
Okay, but I will say Kaito's kind of balances out because he's selfish in a way that is selfless about others.
He's selflessly selfish. Holy shit.
Yeah. Or he's either selfishly. Oh my god, I can't say that. That's such a tongue twister. Moving on.
Well, whatever. Either way, let's just believe Maki.
Yes, yes! Those who believe shall be saved!
No, we need to wait. There is still more to confirm.
Well then, why don't we ask Kokichi?
Huh? What now?
You never answered my question. Were you the one who told Ryoma that Maki had his motive video?
Is that really important?
Yes, it is important. Because if Kokichi told Ryoma, it becomes more likely that Ryoma visited Maki during nighttime.
I see. Kokichi's response may help corroborate Maki's testimony.
Him, he's gonna fuck it up.
Now you understand why I don't want your charade. I want the truth.
Well, Kokichi, did you tell Ryoma?
You said it earlier. I don't want to die, right? If you really don't want to die, then you better tell us the truth.
Here comes the dramatic turnabout. Now I'm the one pressured by Maki. Okay, it's true. I told Ryoma.
Just as I thought.
But that's not a bad thing, right? He wanted to know, so I told him.
Actually, this absolutely proves that Maki is telling the truth. Because he only gathered the pads during the insect meet and greet. He was stuck in there until nighttime. So the only time he had to tell Ryoma that Maki had his pad was after nighttime.
Have you seen everyone's motive video?
Nope, not yet. I was gonna wait until we hosted like a movie screening party. I just checked who had whose so I could give them back to everyone after.
Okay, so he hasn't seen anything yet.
I see.
Anyway, if Kokichi told Ryoma that, then he must have gone to see Maki. That means Maki's telling the truth. Ryoma was alive during nighttime.
No, we cannot be too sure about that yet. Even if Ryoma and Maki did meet, it does not mean it was during nighttime yesterday.
So you still suspect me?
I am saying it could still be a possibility. If there is still a small chance of you being the culprit, then I cannot trust you entirely. Because everyone's lives are at stake.
Then which is it? A lie or not lie?
She's not lying. Can't you tell just by looking at her?
If it was that easy, we'd be done by now. No, this is a world of lies and betrayal.
Himiko! It breaks my heart to hear you say depressing things!
I find Maki's testimony suspicious. It's far too convenient for her.
This is difficult to determine.
Maki is lying. Like I said before, a liar like me knows their own kind.
I feel like he would, actually.
I did meet up with Ryoma during nighttime.
He would. But also he's lying when he says that Maki is lying.
Yes,
telling the truth.
because he's a dick.
Is it a lie or the truth? This is the turning point. This will change the fate of this case. And I said I would believe in Kaito, and that means believing in Maki. And that means I have to do it. I need us all on the same page. I have to change where this argument is going, just like Kaede did.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a strong debate. I know what we have to do.
So too. I did not hear you at all.
What did you say?
I said that this is the track that indicates whether or not there is a mandatory lie or a back route.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward already.
If no one...
Oh, I think I know what
can prove that this meeting
what
took
thing you
place,
have to
then
use.
There is no reason to believe your testimony.
But I don't know where.
As expected, Maki is lying to us. If you can't prove your claim, then it's the same as an outright lie!
Yeah, I think I know what bullet you have to use. I just don't know how or where.
I think I know where the backdoor one is. Can't see the two of them now. That's too obvious a lie.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Maki only see Ryoma at night?
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Oh, yep, I know what you have to do.
Prove that this meeting took place, then there is no reason to believe...
If you can't... Same as...
You stuck?
I've got an
I met with
idea.
Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
I just wanted to double check what the things I could refute or agree with were.
I didn't...
Oh, that's fair enough, fair enough.
Did anyone see those two
What?
What?
I believe you gotta refute the other one, Cloud.
I met with Ryoma the previous night.
What a load of crap!
Well, I think I had the right truth bullet at least.
Yes, I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely
Right,
they
you would
would
have to
come forward.
refute it, I think.
Well, I was trying to say that they were together by like inverting Maki alone.
I think
The
you
other
have the
one-
right truth bullet.
Yeah, it's you have to refute Kyo saying
one can
that
prove that
nobody
this
saw
meeting
them.
took place.
There's what?
Yeah, there
Like,
was, but I tried to shoot it after I started selecting the
If
thing.
you can't prove your claim,
Because it
Then
takes a
it's
while
the
to
same
turn
as
it
an
into a
outright
lie.
lie.
I was trying to like charge that up and then shoot the white
Yeah.
noise while I was doing that, but it turns out you can't do that.
Right, if you
Also-
miss with the lie bullet, you take damage,
What a
right?
load of crap!
Yeah.
Also, it's the same as an outright lie!
I didn't meet with anyone else.
Did anyone see those two together?
Surely they would have come forward.
you can prove that this.
I always
There we
wanted
go.
proof.
And yes, this was a mandatory lie. That crowd
That
surfing.
can prove they met,
Yeah.
but I can prove Maki wasn't alone.
Oh, please explain.
Well, Kaito and I trained together every night. And yesterday, because of the insect meet and greet, we started late. Huh? Ah, Kaito, don't worry. You don't have to say anything.
Alright, don't keep your mouth
we were
shut.
doing some frog squats on the school stairs when we heard two people talking.
People talking?
We knew one of them was Maki, but we couldn't pick out the other one. But now that I think about it, it must have been Ryoma.
Yeah, maybe. That was probably around midnight.
Okay, good, he caught on.
Wait a minute. If you heard their voices, then that means
So Ryoma and Maki did meet up.
no, hold up. Why'd you sit on that info for so long?
Because until just now, I didn't think it was relevant. I had no reason to bring it up.
Now. We don't know if Maki was really talking to Ryoma, right?
That is true. If I knew for certain, I would have said so sooner. But considering the circumstances, I can't imagine it being anyone but Ryoma. None of us were talking to Maki last night, correct? So it must have been him.
And nobody say you suddenly remember talking to Maki. It's way too late for that.
And you two did not confirm who Maki was talking to at the time? If I overheard a conversation in the middle of the night, I surely would have checked. We are still part of a killing game after all.
Whoa, chill out. Why the scary face? That was my bad, but it's not really manly to eavesdrop, you know? I wouldn't do something so uncool.
Anyway, I know that we heard those voices. Maki is not lying.
Then Gonta will believe friends.
You're gonna believe him? Just like that? But Shuichi has no reason to lie.
Yes. If his lie leads us to the wrong culprit, he will join us in eternal sleep. Unless he wishes for death, we should be able to believe him.
That's right. You can believe me.
Yeah, you're right. I'll believe him
Wink,
too.
wink.
Belief shall set you free.
I'd be so surprised if Shuichi was a liar. Especially after we believed him for so long.
Shuichi being the one protagonist who does lie.
Yeah. I just
You
find
wouldn't
it
be able to
funny
trust
that the
anyone anymore.
ultimate supreme leader who said the ultimate liar is just like, yeah, he's not lying. He's legit.
Anyway.
All right, that proves it then. Ryoma was still alive during nighttime. In other words, me and Maki aren't suspects anymore.
But I guess that means everyone's alibis no longer matter, yes?
So, everyone is culprit again?
So, we're right back where we started. What a pain.
However, it should be clear now that the crime occurred after nighttime began.
But then when was Ryoma's body placed inside the piranha tank?
Well, the gym is locked at nighttime, so it must have been the next morning, but...
That's not possible. Himiko and I were at the gym, remember?
So did we fuck up by thinking the body got stuffed into the piranha tank?
I don't think
I
so.
swear.
We have evidence to prove that's what happened.
I swear, if it turns out that Angie and Himiko are accomplices...
I do not believe so. Given the evidence we have so far, I know how they got it into the gym, and it would have circumvented the locked door.
Then when did the culprit throw the body into the piranha tank?
When did Ryoma's body get placed in the piranha tank? Maki was with Ryoma around midnight, so it couldn't have been before nighttime. And it couldn't have been the morning after. That leaves...
The only time they could have done it was during nighttime, huh?
Did you forget the gym's not open at nighttime, Dick Cheese?
Dick Cheese?
But that's the only possibility, because by morning we were already at the gym.
Gross.
It may be possible they slipped by without you noticing.
Kaido, you gotta wash your dick.
Me. I'm known far and wide as the snoozing sorceress.
Mood.
What a terrible title for a guard.
Are you positive that you did not see it? You cannot enter the gym at nighttime.
I feel like the snoozing sorceress. Yeah.
Might strike out, but she always keeps her eye on the ball.
I don't even play baseball.
But we can't disobey school rules, right? The body was probably moved in the morning.
Calm down, everyone! Gonta sure if we discuss disagreement.
You know what? Let me just double check the rules. Dining hall and gymnasium are off limits at night. Okay. But we do know that, like, a corpse is not considered a student.
Right. I see through your arguments. Disagreement? What? A disagreement? You mean you're split down the middle again?
Okay, now we're doing the scrum.
Then the Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds! Yippee! We've been waiting for this!
Jeez, we gotta do that whole crazy thing again.
Shut your mouth, Kaito. It's fantastic in the game.
Seems like our opinions are split on this matter. But if we focus on the evidence, the facts will become clear. All I have to do is show them and make them accept it. If I can't get them to see the truth now, my lie would have been for nothing. I won't fail.
Let's go, bitches. I want that key.
God, they really go all out for this minigame more than any other, don't they?
They have to.
It's super cool.
Also, hope everyone can balance on these.
They got rails.
Did the culprit move the body just before the morning announcement?
Angie!
I was in front of the gym with the others, before the announcement.
Is it not possible you simply missed the culprit? Himiko!
We were right in front of the door. There's no way we could have missed them.
Remember, the rules state that you can't enter the gym at night.
Kaito, rules probably don't apply to corpses, you know.
The piranha tank is too far from the gym's entrance.
I've got this! You might be able to reach the tank from the window above the stage.
But pool next to gym also off limits at night.
Maki! Entering the pool at night's what's off limits, not the pool area itself.
But should we trust Maki's testimony in the
Tenko!
It's okay, because we have Shuichi's testimony, too.
I want to get a set of portraits of like a few of my characters for a scrum kids.
I'd like it if all 4 of us were in a scrum debate. Push that button!
I will also say, my one complaint with the scrum debates is that as the game progresses,
it becomes easier.
As the game progresses, yes, exactly, it becomes easier because there are less people.
I am positive that the window was how the culprit moved the body.
That window's higher than the piranha tank, and it's pretty close by. Curtains might have been closed, but the window was open the whole investigation.
That means it was certainly possible to put the body in the piranha tank from the window.
However, I'm also positive the pane dividing the piranha tank was set up beforehand.
That certainly couldn't be tossed in. It would need to be placed carefully.
Even if the culprit were to throw the body from outside the window is far too high. It cannot be reached from the floor.
Ryoma was small. Gonta could have chucked him easy.
Yes, but Gonta wouldn't do that. Gentlemen not chuck dead bodies.
Being a gentleman has nothing to do with it.
I know.
But now I'm imagining.
In the gym.
Now I'm imagining Gonta throwing Ryoma like a football.
Like, it's like that one thing me and Earth talked about a while back, like how Avi would do that with Earth, except it's funnier because Ryoma's like, now Ryoma is the tennis ball.
Yes.
Not-chuck. Gonta yeet.
You tested it out while you were investigating, Shuichi. That ladder reached the window, right?
Yeah, from on top of the pool.
So the culprit just needed to put the body through the window to pull it off, right?
No, I don't think that method is possible, because... ladder doesn't reach the window.
That's it! The only reason the ladder reached the window was because it was on the stage. If you used the ladder on the pool side, it would not quite make it. The ladder could barely reach the window when it was on the stage. And there is nothing on the pool side of the gym as tall as the stage. Finally, the ladder was found in the gym, correct? If the culprit used the ladder on the pool side, we wouldn't have found it in the gym.
And they couldn't have thrown the ladder back through the window because it's too heavy. Then Gonta used his hard strength to throw the ladder or the body or something.
You shut up!
Shut up!
Gentlemen not throw dead bodies or ladders.
The body could not have been thrown into the piranha tank to begin with. It would need to be placed carefully to prevent the glass pane from shifting.
Got it, Musclehead? Even if we injected tons of steroids into you, it'd be impossible.
Sorry, you're right.
You didn't need to apologize, Gonta.
How the culprit moved the body from the window?
They used the tennis court as a zip line.
You guys don't even know that? What a bunch of dimwits.
Do you have the answer then?
But of course. Tell him, Shuichi. Blow them all away with the truth.
I actually don't know that yet.
Oopsies.
The way the music just cut out.
It's
The
new
culprit
age,
definitely
tell
moved
them,
the body
Nagi.
through the window, but I don't know how.
Seriously?
Serves you right. You just made a fool out of yourself after acting all high and mighty. Dudes just need to shut up and take their licks.
What are we gonna do, Shuichi? We gotta figure this out or we're done for. Hey, you gotta do something, Shuichi!
I know. I have to do something, but...
I don't know what to do. I haven't figured that out yet. Damn it. Am I really not good enough? Am I no good as a detective? I can't do this. I can't
I don't think it really matters how the body got into the piranha tank.
What?
Gonta thinks it matter. We won't know culprit's trick unless we figure out.
We're getting sidetracked. It doesn't matter how it was done, just who did it. We shouldn't focus on where we found the body. Instead, we need to focus on where he was killed.
Where he was killed?
Wouldn't it be more efficient if we focused on the murder scene instead?
Yes, that's it. We were so caught up in where the body was found, when we should have been thinking about where the murder occurred.
The murder scene would definitely have more clues about the culprit. Why didn't anyone realize this yet?
That's strange. Perhaps the culprit steered the conversation away from that topic.
Those eyes.
I know.
Then, culprit is someone in this room.
Kota, I love you, but we knew this already. That's important to remember. It's not as if everyone here wants us to find the truth. One of us is trying to sabotage this trial.
Well then, let's discuss the crime scene to figure out who the culprit is.
That's not a bad idea for a robot. The last time I heard such a good idea was when Nino told me to move in with her under the bridge to get out of the cold.
I'm sorry?
That is
What?
a reference. I have no idea what it is to.
Oh, I thought we were just implying that Himiko is homeless.
Himikawa under the bridge?
If we can determine where this all started, we can determine how it ended. I actually know where the murder scene was. It's much too soon to quit. The trial has only just begun.
Thank you, Maki. That was a helpful insight.
I can't believe you didn't notice that. I guess that's why you're still an apprentice.
Ouch. She's harsh, but...
And with that burn, we start.
I'm actually surprised the minigame that we need to find isn't
First,
here yet.
let's establish the crime scene.
Yeah, there's a certain thing I've been waiting for.
Ryoma was
And it's the game you're thinking of, Hannah.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes.
There's
I
nothing
know
in his
which
room that
one
can
you've been
collect
waiting
enough
for.
water.
He's got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
I do it all the time in
We should
Hitman.
consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool. Even if you use magic, there's no other way.
Well, it must be the pool then.
Nah, that little turd drowned in the toilet.
Shut your mouth, you noisy sow.
Sal?
I can agree with that.
Yes. Honestly, part of me wants to go back and play these trials again and just agree with all the wrong statements to see what dialogue it gets.
When you got attacked.
Death was drowning.
There's nothing
In his room.
to collect enough water.
Got a toilet, doesn't he?
Drowning toilets? Impossible.
We should consider places where water is stored.
The only place that fits is the pool.
That's wrong!
You're getting good with your aimer.
Yeah, you're getting pretty
well,
good.
The pool could not have been the scene of the murder. Ryoma was killed at nighttime.
So, like I said the first time the mechanic came up, I got a lot of practice with this during Ultra Despair Girls. Because...
Fair enough!
It does, like, I'm pretty sure the critical mechanic is taken from the mechanic there, where shooting the Monokumas directly in their red eye would earn you a crit and instantly defeat them. And get you bonus rewards.
No swimming is allowed at nighttime, so a living person could not have gone in.
Yeah, a dead body is fine because it's just an object. But if a living person entered the pool, I think I might cry.
Cry as loud as you want. I'll cry with you. We can spend the night together crying. In the morning after, I'll write goodbye on your mirror in lipstick before I quietly leave.
Only after you leave do I realize how much you really mean to me.
Quit being so gloomy. This is the year of the Jets. Fuck the Patriots.
You know,
as a Giants fan, I agree with this statement.
As a Metal Gear Solid fan, I agree with this statement.
As somebody who doesn't give a shit about sports, I agree with this statement.
Anyway, we can conclude it's impossible for him to have drowned in the pool.
Where was Ryoma killed if not pool? Is there other place where water can be stored?
Yes, in his lab. Where was Ryoma killed? I know there's some kind of clue. Let's see. Right here.
This is it! The sink in Ryoma's lab. There were distinct scratch marks on it.
Scratch marks on the sink?
And I believe those scratches were caused by...
How far are we going until?
I was about to actually say we should probably go until we get to the end of the trial and then stop before we get into the post-trial dialogue.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's getting a little bit too late for me.
Well, if you have to head out, you can catch the VOD later.
I know, but I'm gonna be
Sorta
waiting
look
for a
like they've
specific
been scraped
thing.
against something.
Like I said, we'll finish the
There's also the
trial,
fact that the
and the
handcuffs
dialogue that
within
happens
Ryoma's
after
lab.
the trial is done, we will save for next time.
The marks on the sink
including the
and
execution.
handcuffs in the same room. The size and shape of the scratches are consistent with the handcuffs, I'm sure.
How did those handcuffs get from the lab to the water tank?
Because Ryoma was wearing them, right?
Yes, though they were only visible for a brief moment when Ryoma appeared in the tank. I am certain he was wearing the handcuffs at the time.
The handcuffs were left after the piranhas devoured Ryoma.
So, the culprit handcuffed Ryoma and drowned him in his lab's sink.
Ryoma must have been pretty yummy. They chomped up his entire body. Arms, legs, brain.
Saying disgusting things. I don't want to hear it.
That crunchy texture with the fatty parts just right. Then when they bite down, it gushes.
Stop! Please stop!
But how did culprit handcuff Ryoma? He could have used Shikuchi method to get away, unless someone ambushed him?
It's possible they knocked him out before handcuffing him. Though there's no way we can be sure, now that he's not but bones.
I doubt he was ambushed. I'm pretty sure the culprit got Ryoma by... whoops. Don't pay attention to little ol' me. I'm just talking to myself.
When you talk to yourself, pretend you're eating and chew with your mouth closed. Otherwise, you'll get a mouthful of peanut butter squid. It's so disgusting you'll laugh.
I'm sorry.
Two
I know this
Shokugeki no Soma references in one chapter, Snooty.
So we all agree Ryoma was drowned in the sink in his lab, right? That sink could have held enough water to do it for sure.
All right, I'm calling it. The crime scene is Ryoma's fucking research lab.
But how did the culprit carry his body to the gym from there? Isn't Ryoma's lab on the 3rd floor of the academy?
It's actually not far at all. Although, perhaps it's more accurate to say there's a shortcut.
Was there a shortcut?
What shortcut between Ryoma's lab and the gym did the culprit use? The window.
There!
My cursor even starts right on it.
No,
The shortcut
clearly it was the
is to a
toilet.
window in Ryoma's lab.
Exactly.
Yeah, you hop on the toilet, you press down, and you go flirp, 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 and next thing you know, you're at the pool.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The window?
That's right. None of the
And that's
windows
what
in
we
the
figure, and that's what plumbers do.
except the one in Ryoma's lab. And on top of that, the window faced the pool. You could see the gym straight across.
Think the culprit dropped Ryoma's body into the pool area from the lab window? Then they could have thrown the body into the piranha tank tank through the gym window. How's that? Mission complete!
Your explanation contradicts some things we discussed earlier. The gym window was too high to reach from the poolside, even if one used the ladder.
That's right! I apologize! I must go on a journey to reflect on this.
We keep hitting dead ends, since we don't know how the body was thrown into the gym.
Well, that didn't really give us any info about the crime.
Not necessarily. We learned a lot of important information. Now that I'm sure the scene of the crime was Ryoma's lab, the case is becoming clearer. To determine how the body got from the crime scene to where it was found, I have to figure out how to get from the third floor window to the gym. Alright then, I have to analyze the possible methods and find the most likely.
Oh, is it finally time?
This is it! This is the minigame!
Oh, it's
Crazy
time!
taxi!
Yes!
So,
it's time for Vaporwave Taxi!
Since this minigame goes by pretty fast in terms of how it moves, I will just straight up tell you the hidden Monokuma you are looking for is in the third phase of this, and there is a taxi in the right-hand lane you have to hit in order to get it.
Okay. Gather the letter cubes lying around to form a question. Press A button to accelerate, and move left and right. Picking up letter cubes, you complete the question. With the question, you head to the escort that has the correct answer. If it's the right answer, they'll get in your car. If it's the wrong answer, something bad happens. Oh, I bet they shiv me. No, we saw Hangman's Gambit. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Other cars.
It's actually reasonable this time.
Oh, here we go.
Oh god, this is way swirlier than I thought. Holy shit.
This right here is probably my favorite track in the whole game.
Like, I was
Rain Drive.
I was expecting to just be able to, like, shift left and right from lane to lane.
By the way, in each of the sessions of Psych Taxi, not a duck. In each of the sessions of Psych Taxi, the billboards on the side have different art.
Dog is so good. Thinking time.
Alright.
Oh, there's a piece of fan art I want to show, but I can't right now.
You know, looking at the graphics for this, all I can think of is Cruising USA.
This is kind of like Daytona, too.
Daytona, let's go away.
Let's go away. I won't see the whole song, otherwise Kazi will be upset.
It's okay once in a while. I will say the only reason I tend to get upset with the singing is because it's like, how to put it? It could go on forever for all I know. And
Body was brought from the gym from where?
On the right-hand side this time.
Next question. Pass to the center. Brain drive. Here we go. Pass to the center. Oh, lordy.
Wow.
He's in a taxi, I believe.
Oh my god.
Whoop.
Yeah, getting started from a stop sucks.
So we're looking for a yellow car then.
Okay, yeah. I was just under the impression it was just in a car,
Don't
period.
keep getting the things. If you get it the moment before he shows up, you're kind of screwed.
Oh, fair.
Nope, not that.
Alright, time
Well, he could always go back and replay this part.
Nah, screw that.
You're missing the cubes!
No! Turn around!
You can't turn around.
Does this map loop?
I don't know.
Well, time to find out.
We're about to find out.
Yes, we are.
Time to put that pedal to the metal.
I have the need for speed.
Yeah, you said he was in a car, so I was looking for a car. I was not expecting him to just be standing in the road.
I think he. That's why I was fucking confused. The Monokuma itself is in a car when you get it. I wasn't expecting the sprite to not follow suit.
Okay, that looks like a similar setup to what I saw.
Where the fuck is this bastard? Well, I got to see Taxi, so I'm happy.
I wonder if I have an easy way to, like, restart it.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up on the... Can you pause? Yeah, I'm gonna check something.
Well, at the very least, what I could probably do is just hit more things.
I'm looking at chapter.
Because, I mean, if my focus gauge depletes all the way, I'll be forced to repeat it.
Definitely when I do it.
Alright.
It's in the right-hand lane.
Yep, it said.
So we're moving from Crazy Taxi to Twisted Metal.
I actually think it's Burnout.
Twisted Metal, Burnout, Vigilante 8, what else? F-Zero. You get the idea.
I think it'll, like, might be just actually a Monokuma.
Yeah, it is. I saw it. The problem is that I passed it.
You know, there's also another way of doing it. Just not progressing. Timer runs out. You also have to redo it.
Yeah, but that'll take a whole minute. I think I could die within a minute and a half.
You're not gonna get the best rank on this, but you know what?
That's fine. I never expect to get a good rank on my first go through anyway. I save getting the like A ranks and such for when I repeat the trial.
Yeah.
That's when I try and do the mini games like as fast as I can and like get a crit every time and abuse saves to do that. Alright, 2 more hits. I'm gonna ram him. I'm gonna ram him. God, these poor passengers that got in with me. They were not expecting this drive to go like this. Out of the road, Buster!
Okay, I have to find that piece of fan art. Hold on.
I now want to actually. Oh my god.
No.
Now we have to get a picture of her just in the driver's seat of the fucking psych taxi with the 3 of us in the passenger seat just having various different reactions of horror.
Wait, I got one more health?
Found it.
Damn it.
2 more health.
I'm just gonna run out of time. Damn it.
Okay, here's the thing.
Is this... We can't let it in.
Okay. Time to do it again.
Now, don't fuck it up this time.
What, did you see what I just posted?
Yeah, I'll have to look at it later, because I'll have to, like, click on it and blow it up.
I just like to imagine during this section, Shuichi is just making car noise.
I hit the wrong hooker!
He's just going. Wait, again. Thinking time.
Boom. Actually, yeah, you know what? It probably would have been faster to just finish the question and then get the wrong answer. Then I also would have seen what happens when I do that.
You probably just take damage.
Well, yeah, but how do I take damage? Do they hop in the car and just stab me? Because that's what
I know what the answer is. You'll have to find out yourself.
They hop in the back seat and pull out a gun.
You have another opportunity to do so.
I'm not gonna fail on purpose unless I need to fail.
Or if we'll have to wait till next round for that.
Yeah, like if I miss the Monokuma again. Like, I'm interested in the answer, not enough to waste time on.
Fair enough.
Thinking time. I love the way they just say thinking time.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Remember, he's in the right lane. The Monokuma will be in the right lane, so
Yeah.
I think stick to the right lane.
Now that I know what I'm looking for, I'll be able to see it.
Yeah. Just avoid the other cars, though.
Yeah, the problem was I was looking for a car.
You might have to end up hitting a car in order to ensure you get him, though.
True.
Don't get too many of the cubes.
Okay, I think this is the bit where it's coming up, where it went down to 2 lanes.
You got him.
Hey, you got it.
You know, I kind of wish that when I got it, he, like, was hit and just flew over the sunset.
That would have
been funnier. How's it moved?
Or if he hopped into your car.
Oh my god.
That would have been even funnier. How's it moved from the classroom window to the gym window?
Okay, I might get
Thinking
this wrong.
time.
I might get this wrong. You know what? I'm gonna say via the pool.
You seriously?
Okay.
You get the Pepto spray.
Yeah, I was thinking there was the scrap of fabric we found in the pool and the inner tube, and I was like, okay, so maybe stuff being in the pool was relevant, but I guess not.
All right. I saw your reaction to Psych Taxi. That is all I needed for tonight.
Directly from his lab to the gym.
And with that, I'm going to bed.
Don't tell me they threw my body from window to window.
Have fun, you guys. Hopefully you can figure out who got murdered, who the culprit is.
We will.
Alright, night-night.
See ya.
got this. Hajime, wait a minute. Other person.
Another way. What do you mean another way? There's no other way to move it.
The culprit must have used some kind of equipment.
Huh? Equipment?
With this equipment, we can connect the two windows and move the body to the gym.
Equipment to connect the windows. I believe it was found near the body.
There! The rope found behind the gym stage could have been used to connect the windows.
Oh, there was a mysterious mystery about that rope that only Actua can reveal. What mysterious mystery? During last night's preparations for the show, that rope was in the wing of the stage. But the next morning, the rope had been moved backstage for some reason. It's a mysterious mystery. Only Actua knows the answer.
So, during nighttime, someone used the rope, then threw it into the gym window?
So they did use the rope. That's how they bridged the distance between both windows.
Is the rope long enough to reach both windows?
The rope is roughly 65 feet in length. As for the distance between the windows...
According to the sign of the pool, the width of the pool is roughly 35 feet. And the distance from the edges of the pool to the windows is an additional 16 feet. Altogether, the sum total length from one window to the other is roughly 50 feet.
And pool is only thing between research lab and gym windows.
You bet it's long enough. That's what she said.
Wait, who said that?
Even
Or
if the
he,
rope
or
was
they.
long enough, wouldn't it be pretty hard to tie them to the windows?
Both windows were too high to reach. It would be like tying a rope from one cliff to another.
If the windows were closer together, then they could toss the rope across. But they're not.
No, going to think it would work. Just need one more rope.
Another rope. There was only one, though.
Oh, then it impossible. Sorry.
There was another rope. Or at least something that could be used as a rope.
This is it! The tennis net cable from Ryoma's lab could serve as a rope.
How long is it?
About 50 feet or so. But how do they use it?
Okay, so... First, culprit hang rope outside of one window. Then, culprit move to other side. And tie cable to other window. Then, after tying to each window, culprit tie rope and cable together. That how culprit make one rope that reach both windows.
I must reiterate, Gonta is not
That's
stupid.
amazing, Gonta! You're so knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's bad at English.
It's nothing. Gonta use ropes a lot when looking for bugs.
Even if they did connect the windows with a rope, they can't carry a body on just that.
Eureka! I got it! Thomas Edison once said that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. But in my case, it's 100% inspiration!
You get it. Just tell us already.
They handcuffed the body to the rope and slid it from one window to the other, like Tarzan!
The body would reach the gym window, but it wouldn't land in the piranha tank. Stop making such dumbass comments and keep your smelly breath in your dirty mouth.
Did Mia just have an orgasm?
Maybe.
But they also had to put the body in the piranha tank after they moved it, huh?
That is not feasible with just one rope.
Maybe the rope wasn't the only equipment the culprit used.
Not just the rope?
Well, anyway, it would have been pretty difficult to get that body in the piranha tank. They wouldn't just throw it. The trick was a super crucial part of the culprit's plan. The culprit must have carefully placed the body into the tank with their own hands. But is there really a way to do that?
Kokichi, are you hinting at something?
Huh? Hint? What hint? Don't confuse me with your talk of hinting hints.
You're confusing me. You were definitely onto something. It's true that the culprit needed to place the body directly into the piranha tank. If the body were to fall, the culprit would not have been able to retrieve it. They would have only had one shot at it, no second chances. So obviously, the culprit would have wanted to put the body into the tank carefully. Meaning they would have wanted to get as close to the window as possible. The problem is, how did they get near it? All that we know that right now is that there was a rope that connected the two windows. Somehow, the culprit used that to move the body and were close to the window themselves. To make that work, they had to have used something else. But what could that be? What could they have done?
All right, Shuichi. The stage is finally set.
What?
Listen up. Do a good job here, and I'll be able to put an end to this trial. It all starts with you. You be the opening act, and I'll be the main event. And then together, we're gonna save everyone.
Together?
You got this. After all, you are my sidekick. I believe in you, so I'm gonna leave the rest to you.
Yeah.
I get what he's trying to do, but it still comes across as very insufferable to me.
Yeah. But I mean, sometimes someone might realize they're insufferable and realize the best thing they can do is to lean into it. Okay, I can do this. I will solve this mystery and show everyone the truth. This is the main event. Something was used with the rope to move the body between the windows. Think. Come on, think.
Hangman's Gambit.
Okay. Okay, we got P-E-O. It's... like, it starts... what's... W, Y... Oh, I thought that was an A.
I see now.
Congrats.
Yes, that's it. The culprit used something like a ropeway to move the body.
A ropeway, huh? Are you sure about that? Wow, you got drain damage or something? You'd need some kind of vessel to use on a ropeway, and we don't have that!
No, it definitely was. The culprit used it to move the body along the rope.
And here's your final minigame.
Mind mine. Let's see, influence focused. The objective is to dig up the answer. I like digging things. At the
Yes,
beginning,
you do.
the answer will be completely covered by pieces. Move, erase pieces with the A button. These will be erased when two or more of the same color connect. Adjacent pieces will then change color in the following order: white, pink, yellow, white. Okay.
It also, all the pinks have dots. White have 1, pinks have 2, and yellows have 3. I love this track, by the way.
It's the inner tube. The rubber inner tube we found floating in the pool.
One other thing about that minigame. It's a very weird change in discrepancy in name. It's called the Mine Mine, but in the game also calls it, I think in the skills in some areas, Imagination Excavation.
Huh, I see.
The inner tube?
Remember the inner tube we found in the pool with a rope on one side? Maybe the rope was originally tied on both sides. The culprit made a ropeway by hanging the tube from the rope connecting the windows. And because the third floor window is higher up, gravity would have pushed the inner tube along. The inner tube is made of sturdy rubber as well. It could have supported 2 people.
Shuichi, the problem with this supporting someone is not the inner tube.
The culprit used the ropes and the inner tube to construct a rudimentary ropeway, and used it to move themselves and Ryoma's body from the lab to the gym. Once through the gym window, the culprit stood on the inner tube to move the body. Either that, or the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. That way would be more stable, and let them handle the corpse more carefully. Finally, they removed the rope from the window frame and left the scene.
Well, when you put it like that, it certainly sounds possible. But wow, a ropeway!
You say the culprit placed their foot on the windowsill. Isn't that against school rules? It would count as entering the gym, would it not?
Last time we got asked that question, we decided it was okay. Sticking your body through the window is an automatic out, but standing on the sill is...
Wait, who asked you last time?
Eh?
It is quite possible that the culprit went to you to confirm the details of their plan.
Oh, shit!
Way to put your foot in your mouth.
His foot? Monosuke just unhinged his jaw and swallowed his entire leg!
Cut it out! I can't write this off as a joke if you two keep freaking out about it.
Then your little slip-up is actually the truth!
Pops?
Uh-oh. Daddy's mad at you now.
Yeah?
Don't look at me. This is what you get for acting like a big shot all the time.
Is he gonna die next?
Stop. Do not bully Monosuke.
Huh?
No more blaming each other. Everybody makes mistakes. I want us all to get along.
Monodum's right.
Manosuke, you better thank Monodum. Less attitude and more gratitude. Got it?
You're on the threshold of an amazing
Man, the trial was just getting fun. Why you gotta ruin it with that slip-up? But I guess now we know Shuichi's logic is right on the money.
So culprit really used ropeway to move body?
Yeah, they used the ropeway to move with the body from window to window.
Ropeway murder? Some crazy-ass shit! But if the mechanism was that complicated, wouldn't it be hard to put it all away?
Not necessarily. All one must do is detach the rope from the window after using the ropeway. Then, after returning to Ryoma's lab, one could retrieve the rope from that side. Tossing the rope into the gym from the pool window would be the final step.
I see. The rope was thrown from the window. That's why we found it there.
With that method, the culprit must have made numerous trips from Ryoma's lab to the pool.
Which is why the crime was committed during nighttime, while we all slumbered.
But if the culprit was so careful to recover the rope they used to commit the crime, why did they leave the inner tube in the pool?
I believe that was an accident.
It fell in the pool and they couldn't get it.
An accident?
Yes. When the culprit was taking down the inner tube, they accidentally dropped it.
Why is there randomly just some ramen sitting over there?
I believe that's an alarm of some kind.
Oh.
On the lower ceiling.
Then why did the culprit leave it in the pool?
The reason the culprit left it in the pool is obvious.
That's it! Even if they wanted to get it, they couldn't, because this took place at nighttime.
I see. They couldn't get the inner tube because swimming is prohibited at nighttime.
But couldn't they have used the rope to fish it out?
Not necessarily. You see, the water level in that pool is so low. Even if one tried to draw in the inner tube using the rope, the steep angle the rope would be at would make it nigh impossible.
It'd be different if they used a pole, but there's no way a rope would work.
Even if inner tube was closer to pool edge, water's still too low to drag tube in.
I can see why they just left it there.
Yeah, it would take too long. And they would have been busted if someone saw them.
Ha! What kind of clumsy dipshit drops an inner tube and can't retrieve it? Let me tell you, this culprit's a real fucking amateur.
No, actually. Save for that one mistake. This was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us.
Kokichi, you are severely implicating yourself with that statement.
Well, I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Wait, I just realized I flipped around what he had said.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a ropeway. Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
They are oddly fascinated with the ropeway.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No. Respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise.
So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him...
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Thank
Well,
you, Maki.
Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes. I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole setup would have had to have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows down the list of suspects.
So, who do you think it is?
I mean, I think it's him. Aww.
Did you actually think it was him, or did you just want to accuse him?
I just wanted to accuse him.
I was wrong!
So who do you actually think it is?
I don't know. Okay, so it's someone smart. Though honestly, like, I could have seen it being him. Anyway.
Let me give you a very small hint. What did you find in the pool?
Some black cloth.
Where would that black cloth have come from?
He's wearing a black cloak.
But he wasn't in the gym, so he couldn't have set it up.
Yeah, I know. Kurumi, I guess.
It has to be you!
So, it's been a hot
one more
minute,
thing I
but
still have to confirm.
we
But
have beta
Kirumi
designs to
is
share
the
now.
prime suspect.
Me?
Put these in
What?
the chat.
Kirumi?
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision? I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake. I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime. And you have no alibi, do you?
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think you would fall for such nonsense? Thanks.
Ryoma has 8 beta designs.
I'll have to look at them later.
Of course.
Like, it can't be the alibis for yesterday. Because, like, Ryoma was killed after midnight.
Triple ride on
Also, I
complex
do
mechanisms
believe
to
that
it.
this is a,
Someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
macro area.
That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body. She and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could
And
have, except perhaps
Kirumi has
Ghost.
4.
I, of course, am not the culprit.
The crime was committed at night. And you have no alibi, do you?
I am posting the links to the beta designs in Twitch chat.
I forgot to share Rantaro and Coyotes, but I'll share them at a later date.
For nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
That's wrong!
The 5 minutes she was alone was when she set up the rope on the side, on the gym end.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi. Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
And why do you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion. While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
Kirumi's scary when she's mad.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a guess. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided narrative. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened. In other words, it is just a guess, and then you add assumptions and hearsay to that guess. It is nothing more than deception. I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
I'll cut through your words! I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause so much damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
This fucking goblin mode.
Because that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone!
For everyone?
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
What? Where is this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what did she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaito?
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here?
Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to Atua?
Yes, really. So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to!
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit? Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Gonta just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryuma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't accuse Kirumi just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to do it. I'll use my detective work to prove it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am—
No, there is. I have proof that you're the culprit. I realized it when we determined that the rope wake was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift rope wake, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi—
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone. Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
All you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat. You can't save anyone!
God damn!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'm right. I'm going to present everyone the evidence that proves she's guilty.
Here's your boss fight for your self-doubt, Shuichi.
This is it! The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty. It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the ropeway, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym, but how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how that black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it all clear now.
Puzzle and Dragon boss fight time!
What is this truth?
Oh.
That is just your
I am
own
holding
deduction.
it.
You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction.
Oh, I think I see what's going on. I need to hold and then
You
release.
continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. You only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. What does that piece of trash prove?
It ends here! The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and it fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just like them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed. But Kaede was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted it. Kept thinking, kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
I didn't even see that bot message, Taze.
They are not active in the chat.
Ooh, what?
There's some bots in the channel that are just idling.
Oh dear.
And I am getting rid of them.
Please and thank you. And now we get to hear my favorite track in the series again.
There's a few others that are probably bots. Oh.
Don't worry about it too much. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
This is the truth of the case. The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him.
I love how this one starts with Act 5.
Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. And all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That horrifying sight was the finishing touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick.
Poor Kibo's face.
Or Kibo's head.
That too. Well, in a second. It hasn't happened yet in the
obfuscated
scene.
the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank. And removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank. Next, the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym. And used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder. First, the culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind. Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water.
Even in a scene like this, he's adorable.
Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed. The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun. They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing. The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, the gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body. An impressive premeditated murder, but the culprit made two crucial mistakes. The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake. They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
You know, something just occurred to me.
What?
And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
Couldn't Kirumi have just gone to the pool in the morning and grabbed everything?
Potentially.
That's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
Everybody, first thing in the morning, was being drawn to the gym. If she wasn't there, it would have been suspicious on her.
True.
I guess that's fair.
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi. Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This case was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
But you don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodem, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Oh my god!
Clearly, it's Ryoma.
Well, someone fucking
you know what?
What?
I was right at the start about who it was. Someone whose name starts with a K.
Yep.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Now, you said we were going to end before the execution went off?
Yeah, because we have like 40 minutes of things we need to voice through before the chapter ends, including stuff after the execution, so we should save that for next time.
Yeah.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened?
Let's actually leave it right.
Or the dreadfully wrong one?
You showed up just as we were about to end live.
Yeah,
No.
Lai, you missed the entire trial.
Despite it being going for an hour longer than usual.
Yeah.
Well, at least you have something to watch tomorrow. Or whenever.
Wow, I still somehow got an A for all of them, despite, like, purposely failing the drive.
Oh my!
Well, that was a much longer stream, but we did it, guys!
Yep.
We figured out who done it!
Not at all who I
next time we
expected.
get to figure out why done it.
Yep. Until then, I shall see you all next time.
Bye now, bitches!
See you
See y'all later.